What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we're jumping into Judgment Day Avengers tie-in. This will be Avengers issue number 60. And honestly, we can title this one, The Judgment of Hawkeye. This is taking place before everything that happened in Judgment Day issues 4 and 5. When Judgment is still being passed, the world still has 24 hours to prove themselves. And that means Hawkeye has 24 hours to prove that he is worthy to live. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we dive into this one, it's probably going to be a little bit short, because while this is Avengers number 60, it is solely focused on Hawkeye. It is following him around with his 24 hours left before Judgment. And like any Marvel story, it starts us off in New York City, with Hawkeye walking down the road absolutely covered in blood. Most recently, just taking down an alien. He makes his way into the diner, ordering some food and getting into the bathroom so he can clean himself up, get all of this blood off of him. Feeling greatly refreshed, he comes out of the bathroom all cleaned up, back in his regular civilian clothes. This is when he runs into Black Widow, sitting at the table waiting for him to come eat his cheeseburgers. But the truth is, this is not Black Widow. This is the progenitor. This is our Celestial. At first, Clint doesn't believe this, saying haha, real funny joke. But after a little bit of conversating, still not sure if he believes this, he goes ahead and he plays along, with Widow letting him know that she is in fact the Celestial, that she is here to judge the human race. And right now, she is here to judge Hawkeye, asking to show your true self. This is when the Celestial opens up the mind of Clint, seeing all the cosmic majesty, showing him the Celestial Continuum, letting him know that the human race, the species, are known as TILF. This means technologically inclined life foragers. In layman's terms, it means that we are self-destructive, but we like an audience when we are self-destructive, that we are curious creatures, so we spread ourselves everywhere. We get into everything, and we surround ourselves with innocent bystanders. And then eventually, we just implode. For Celestials, TILFs are a huge red flag. So when Celestials stumble across a species as such, they observe, they watch, and they judge. And so with Hawkeye deciding that he's gonna play along with this, saying, okay, let's go with a hypothetical. If you are here to in fact judge me, let's say that I take my bow and I go up on top of the roof. All of the people down below, they have done something wrong, whether it be terrible taste or robbery. All of them are guilty of something. So hypothetically, if I were to start killing everybody on the street, could I pass your test? But the progenitor lets him know that the standards are not arbitrary. And so he asks, what are the standards? What are they all based on? Letting him know that it is complicated and it's simply not up to him. And he gets this. It's her swimming pool, her rules. But he does remind the Celestial, the only reason that you're the one judging is because you are powerful enough to force judgment upon us. The truth is, you are not any better than us. The truth is, you haven't even thought this through enough to come up with a baseline for judgment. That if you're going to judge the basis of my existence, you need to have some kind of baseline. What are you comparing it to? And so if he wants a baseline, she gives him one, saying, how about this? Whether your life, whether it brings more joy, more meaning into the universe than the mailbox that is sitting over there. And while he finds this interesting, he still isn't going to play the game, telling him that he doesn't have a choice. He still does not care, letting him know that he should probably take this seriously. He says that he very much is. But even so, he goes home, he sits down, he watches TV. He is not in the least concerned on what she said, learning that his mission failed. The alien that he killed has made its way into the sewer system, and now it is out for revenge. And so Hawkeye Hawkeye, knowing that this alien is still alive, thinking, I probably need to go tell the mayor of what is going on. So suiting up, he heads out to go talk to the mayor. On his way to doing so, this is where he kinda has some inner dialogue, talking about the mailbox. Because this is actually starting to kinda bug him, as he sees people going up to the mailbox, putting in letters, putting in gifts. He's seeing that the mailbox is relatively useful. People are using it day in and day out. It brings tons of joy, it brings happiness, it can bring bad news, good news, but it is very much useful in the terms of the world, and it can bring very much joy. In defense of Hawkeye, he has saved the world on multiple occasions where this little blue box, it has never done that. But just because you save the world doesn't mean you can take the rest of your life off. But now this has made him even more curious, and now he just wants the answer. Taking us over to City Hall, picking up with Luke Cage, and having a conversation with him. He does ask him the question, is there any standard by which we can judge ourselves? One that isn't completely arbitrary or self-dealing. While Luke Cage doesn't really want to get into an entire conversation on ethics, as someone that is working in government, he lets it be known that there are consequences to every single action we make. Whether that be a good or bad, there is always something at stake. There is always somebody that is not going to be happy. But we have to make those hard decisions, and we have to trek the course that we are currently on. That we can alter that course, but is going to bring us down another path, one with unforeseen consequences. The end of the last war tends to be the cause of the next. What saves one person may destroy another, so you're not able to judge an action by its consequences. As this conversation comes to an end, he lets him know that there is an alien hell-bent on revenge in the sewer system he's probably gonna have to deal with. Now, Luke Cage wasn't necessarily a ton of help for him. He still has a mission to do. Currently sitting on a rooftop, across the way, he sees Crossfire, just in time to stop an assassination. This is the important work, or at least he believes that this is the important work. With a water tower standing behind him, we see Clint take the shot, and that water comes pouring down on top of Crossfire. Making his way over to him, he lets Crossfire know, let's see a mailbox do that. Now, of course, Crossfire has no idea what he's actually talking about, but after he puts Crossfire down, he lets him know that he just messed up pretty badly. The guy that Crossfire was hired to take out was a black market arms dealer, that by saving his life, you have sentenced other people to death. These are the arbitrary and consequences that Luke Cage was talking about. Because morality is complicated, but that doesn't mean you let people go around killing other people just because that person might sell some guns that could lead to a mass shooting. But at the end of the day, Hawkeye has done everything that he can. He has been the best version of himself, and that is all that he can ever do. This is when we see Black Widow sending a letter in the mail. The next morning, that mail arrives at Hawkeye's home. This letter is from the progenitor. A very, very creative way to let him know if he passed judgment or not. Been watching him closely was actually Luke Cage when they were having their conversation. But what the progenitor really wanted to see is if he could grow, if he could become something more. Whereas that blue mailbox, it has no ability to grow. Not sure if humanity has that ability to become something more. This day, Clint has proven, at least for himself, that he has the ability to become something more than just a blue mailbox. That he can become more than just Hawkeye. That we can all grow and become better as long as we question ourselves, we question our intentions, we question our motives, we question our morals. And so judgment has been passed, and Hawkeye has passed the test. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this one was going to be kinda lame because it is 100% focused on Hawkeye, but it really deals with the deep down serious issues of what is going on with its judgment. Even Clint pointing out the fact, you don't have a baseline to judge us. And it's true. The Celestial has gone around judging everybody. Honestly, like, if you're really cool, we're gonna judge you good. If you're kinda lame, we're gonna judge you poorly. There has been no templates, no baseline for the judgment to be passed. There are no points that you have to hit. It is just a matter of, okay, I'm the progenitor. I think you're pretty awesome. You've done some pretty cool things. Like Doom. Doom's just like, I don't really care what you have to say. I'm gonna walk away. I pass myself. And so the progenitor's like, yeah, thumbs up. Captain America, I've done everything I can. I've helped inspire, done all these wonders for America, for the world, so on and so forth. Progenitor, thumbs down. And so the judgment has really been just all over the place. And I think this conversation with Hawkeye made the progenitor not only question his judgment, but how he is judging people. This Celestial is young. He is the conception of Tony Stark, Eternals, and Sinister. So it only makes sense that it is a little bit erratic when it comes to its judgment. I was really hoping that this one heavily dealt with the Avengers as a whole, but it's a nice little side story, seeing what's going on with Hawkeye, so on and so forth. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Judgment Day, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only do you get tons of perks, but you also help out the channel tremendously. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.